folks? Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Super Spirit Live. I am your host, Shirt Donovan, and what a card we have tonight. Big implications in our double main event tonight. The Destiny Band up for grabs. Piper Valentine challenging for the first time for women's gold against current champion Chie Hamasaki. And then, of course, after that, it will be the Spirit Band up for grabs between Douglas Daniels and current champion Hideo Kuba. Douglas Daniels has made use of his rematch clause. Hideo Kuba has made use of his rematch clause. It all boils down to the events of tonight. We'll have to see how it plays out as the evening takes shape, folks. We are starting things off with a match in the junior division. It will be Daisuke Sakaguchi taking on Joey Marnell. What an exciting matchup this will be to start things off for the night. And again, thank you so much for joining us. Let's go to the ring.
Making his way to the ring, Daisuke Sakaguchi.
Sakaguchi as spirited as ever here tonight, looking to lock up with Joey Marnell.
And his opponent, Joey Marnell.
Joey Marnell with a bit of a new look here tonight. Doing battle with Daisuke Sakaguchi, both of these men gifted strikers. Marnell arguably a little more well-rounded than Daisuke Sakaguchi, but Sakaguchi with the clear edge in the agility department. Marnell sending Sakaguchi to the corner early, but Daisuke able to break away, targeting the arm first of Marnell. Snapmare takedown. Both men looking for chops there, but it's Marnell prevailing with an elbow, and Sakaguchi back to that arm once more. Targeting it again here with the cross arm breaker. Wasting little time is Sakaguchi. Joey Marnell taking it right back to Sakaguchi, taking the leg out and then following through with that super kick to the face. Hard-hitting action here thus far, early in this contest. Sakaguchi with his trademark handspring elbow there. Keeping Marnell grounded, not wanting too much momentum to shift. Sakaguchi now at the mercy of Marnell. Sleeper hold locked in. Standing drop kick off the mark. Daisuke Sakaguchi able to get the positional advantage. Kip up from Sakaguchi looking to continue his offense, but it's a pinning predicament resulting in a break from Burt Wiggins. Irish whip from Sakaguchi trying for a pin of his own here. Marnell not even allowing a 1 count. Kip up again from Sakaguchi, right back in it, taking Marnell back down to the mat. Sakaguchi relentless with these side headlock takedowns, trying to keep Marnell grounded. Marnell gaining inches here against Sakaguchi, but these kicks laying in stiff, and it is indeed the kicks that prevail. Big knife edge chop. Irish whip from Sakaguchi. Clothesline is scouted. Arm targeted again. Cross arm breaker from Sakaguchi. A very focused approach here from Daisuke as this junior division competition takes shape. Looking for a pin. 1 count earned for Daisuke Sakaguchi. Irish whip, Joey Marnell to the ropes. Clothesline is scouted, Irish whip reversal. Drop kick on the money this time for Marnell. Fast-paced action here from these junior division competitors. Marnell with the reversal now, looking for corner control. Big forearm connecting, trying to keep Sakaguchi there. More damage to the arm. Beautiful kick there from Sakaguchi. Such momentum carried through on that spin, but it's Marnell right up to his feet. And perhaps a frustrated Marnell now, taking advantage of the whiffed kick Arm breaker now in position. Daisuke with corner control once more. Can he make the most of it here? Looking for high risk potentially, but it's Marnell able to float over. Trying a pin again, but another break signaled by Burt Wiggins. And you see the frustration again on Marnell. Sakaguchi driver! 1, 2, no! The Sakaguchi driver out of nowhere from Daisuke, but it was not enough here tonight against Joey Marnell. Sakaguchi continuing his offense, Tree of Woe position, kicks to the midsection, soul butt kicks. Super kick from Daisuke. Not wanting to let this one slip through his fingers. Rolling elbow. Irish whip. Deep arm drag takedown. Daisuke using some of his own momentum there to carry all the way through. Diving cross body attempt it looked to be was scouted by Marnell, but it's still Daisuke. Headlock control here for Daisuke Sakaguchi. Getting into deep waters in this opening contest. Marnell sending Sakaguchi to the ropes. Drop kick on the money again. Can Marnell get something going here? What a clothesline there, jumping through. Big follow through there from Marnell. Going back to it, diving cross body, looking for a pin. Near fall for Joey Marnell, about as close as it gets. Daisuke sending Marnell to the outside, but Marnell reversing there. Using the ropes to his advantage. Dragon screw takedown. This is looking like it could be either man's match. Standing moonsault, pinning predicament here. 2 count for Daisuke Sakaguchi. Trying for this pin again is Marnell. Near fall for Marnell. Side headlock takedown again for Daisuke. Center of the ring, great positioning. How many more of these can Marnell take? Irish whip, Marnell with some corner control now. Tree of Woe position. Brutalizing the legs of Daisuke. Only one good shot in there before Daisuke fell. Pinning predicament again, but the ring presence of Joey Marnell just not quite on point tonight. A lot of his pinning situations resulting in breaks. Sliced bread from Sakaguchi and a counter kick from Marnell. Unbelievable that Marnell had the wherewithal to counter with that kick following the sliced bread. Irish whip. Standing sleeper for Marnell. We've seen this in a lot of matches, and it does here tonight. Joey Marnell with the standing sleeper. Classic maneuver, classic submission hold. Paying dividends for Joey Marnell as we've seen throughout his run in the junior division. And another impressive victory earned here for him tonight against Daisuke Sakaguchi. Sakaguchi had inflicted so much offense up until that point, but Joey Marnell locking in that sleeper hold deep, and there was nothing Daisuke Sakaguchi could do after that. What a match there, folks, to start things off for the night. We're going to keep rolling on. It will be a match in the women's division. Kira Kita taking on Natasha Watson, and this should be a hard-hitting affair. Both of these athletes particularly rough in their approach. Let's go to the ring now for that contest.
Making her way to the ring, Kira Kita.
A gifted striker is Kira Kita, perhaps one of the most gifted strikers in Super Spirit Wrestling. But Natasha Watson, a very devious competitor, will resort to less than stellar tactics to win a match.
And her opponent, Natasha Watson.
No fear in Natasha Watson. Many people would say she's more in the mid-range of the women's division, and her record would certainly indicate that. But she fears no woman across from that ring, including Kira Kita, Kim Carrillo on officiating duties for this women's division contest. Snapmare takedown early for Watson. Irish whip, but Kirikita recognizing the situation and puts on the brakes. Slap from Kirikita, letting Watson know what time it is. Watson repaying those slaps with some chops, sending Kirikita to the mat. A lot of strikes laying in early from these two women. Stick and move approach here thus far from Kirikita. Off target with that huge kick and a thumb to the eyes there, it looked to be, from Natasha Watson. The kind of rough mentality I was talking about earlier on display here. Kirikita battling her way out of the corner there with those trademark elbows, and now the modified figure four cinched in deep near the corner. Watson carrying her own weight through there to inflict further damage in that arm breaker situation. Kick to the midsection from Kirikita, sending Watson to the mat. Kita rolling up for a torture-style camel clutch here. No rope break in sight for Watson, but she's able to create separation. Tremendous slap there from Kirikita, trapping the leg of Watson, who I believe was looking for some kind of kick there. What a maneuver here from Kirikita. The Kirikita combination doing in Natasha Watson fast, and that might have been the quickest Kirikita victory we've ever seen in Super Spirit Wrestling. Locking in that Kirikita combination, her specialized submission hold, and Natasha Watson, as you saw there, had no choice but to quickly tap. What a maneuver there from Kirikita, spelling victory tonight for that women's division superstar. Incredible stuff there to continue this night. What a shocking victory there from Kirikita. Natasha Watson not able to do anything in that matchup, hardly at all. Kirikita getting some strikes in, able to secure that submission and securing the W. What a performance there, folks. We're now moving on to a match in the men's tag division with big implications next week, folks. We will be having another major event for 2020. It will be Prestige, the first ever Prestige event in Super Spirit Wrestling. And tonight, we will decide who will join the Gambles in the #1 contenders conversation in the men's tag division. It is tonight, Paragon taking on the Mysticals to slide in to that #1 contenders match against the Gambles at Prestige. We'll be going to the ring shortly for that. Thanks so much for being here, folks. A lot of action to come.
Making their way to the ring, the team of Katsuno Takashima and Colin Klein, Paragon.
What a dominant team Paragon has been since their debut. Pure power, high level of athleticism. The unique approach of the Mysticals could serve them well here, though, as Paragon may not be quite prepared.
And their opponents, the team of Marshall Taylor and Divine Phantom Jr., the Mysticals.
Big match here for both teams. Katsudo Takashima and Marshall Taylor starting things off respectively for their teams. Senior official Norio Nakatomi, our tag team specialist, on duty for this big match. Katsudo Takashima just looking to pull the head of Marshall Taylor right off. Again wrenching the neck. Paid back with a slap across the chest, but Katsudo Takashima unrelenting in his approach. Body blows now, tremendous kick to the face. And again, Katsudo Takashima laying in these big strikes. Marshall Taylor making a tag. Divine Phantom Jr. now the legal competitor for his team. Rake to the eyes from Divine Phantom Jr. getting a little rough himself here. This could be quite the aggressive matchup if these early events are any indication. Colin Klein with some huge knees laying in there to Divine Phantom Jr., who's trying to answer back with a suplex, but instead it's Klein with the reversal. This time the Brainbuster connecting for Divine Phantom Jr. Certainly more a size matchup for Klein than Marshall Taylor in this instance. Marshall Taylor, to remain effective in this matchup, will need to use his agility advantage over both members of Paragon. Tremendous lariat connecting for Klein. And now Divine Phantom Jr. with these big chops across the chest, having to eat some punches from Colin Klein. Body slam there, textbook maneuver, and well executed. Divine Phantom Jr. creating some separation with the Irish Whip, and it's Marshall Taylor back in for the Mysticals. Taylor looking good so far here against Colin Klein. But now, lifted up, you see the strength of Colin Klein handling Marshall Taylor like it's nothing. Tremendous choke slam there from Klein, but to Marshall Taylor's credit, he's right back up, looking for a pin here against Klein. 2 count earned from Marshall Taylor. Took the big man off guard there, no doubt. Standing switch, release German. Good stuff out of Divine Phantom Jr. Finally mounting some offense here against this monster, Colin Klein. What a lariat there, though, from Klein. Back to the ropes once more. Lariat again. Katsudo Takashima getting back in the action here. Miscalculation there. Colin Klein sustaining some damage, it looked like. Slap across the chest, rendering the dropkick ineffective. Single leg Boston Crab from Divine Phantom Jr. And now Colin Klein able to trap Divine Phantom Jr. for that rolling chop from Katsudo Takashima. And again the chop. Mighty Reaver! Mighty Reaver from Katsudo Takashima! Marshall Taylor! Marshall Taylor waved away by Norio Nakatomi, and the Mighty Reaver picking up a quick victory here for Paragon, and they will meet the Gambles at Prestige next week, trying to earn a #1 contender shot at current champions Wondrous Bear. Wow, impressive stuff there out of Paragon. Divine Phantom Jr. and Marshall Taylor not able to get much off there in that contest. Paragon clearly hungry for those belts. They've been close to them before, and they are now re-entering that conversation. We'll see how they fare against the Gambles next week at Prestige. Folks, we've got another match coming at you in the heavyweight division. It's the Eternal Jeffrey Hudson taking on Bruce the Ruby Berry. Both of these athletes extremely well-rounded. However, Jeffrey Hudson not having near as much experience in the ring as the legend Bruce Berry. Let's see how this plays out. We're going to the ring now.
Making his way to the ring, the Eternal Jeffrey Hudson.
Jeffrey Hudson has earned some very impressive victories since his time in Super Spirit Wrestling. A win tonight over Bruce Berry might be the biggest.
And his opponent, Bruce the Ruby Berry.
Bruce Berry, a treasure in the professional wrestling business, made his way to Super Spirit Wrestling to make a splash, and quite a splash he did make. He's been close to the Spirit Band, which will be defended tonight by both of his former stablemates. Of course, the stable I'm talking about is Richer Than You. It used to be comprised of Douglas Daniels, Bruce Berry, and Hideo Kuba. But all three men vying for that Spirit Band title, their greed overtaking their friendships, and RTY is no more. That final destruction possibly coming tonight in the form of Douglas Daniels' rematch against Hideo Kuba. Bruce Barry now with no allegiance to anyone but himself, and that might be the most dangerous version of Bruce Barry. Jeffrey Hudson now in the ring with the man we speak of, DDT from Hudson, looking good thus far against the in-ring legend. Inside cradle. Lenny Spencer not even able to get there before Bruce Barry breaks away. Both men looking for chops. Bruce Barry probably having the advantage there. It's worth noting that both competitors will probably look to target the legs of one another throughout this contest, as they both use leg-based submission maneuvers as their patented signature moves. Lariat attempt avoided by Barry, transitioning into a suplex for the Ruby. Big headbutts out of Jeffrey Hudson. The headbutts he's known for. Stunning Barry for the moment, and you see Hudson there beginning the game plan, targeting the leg. Bruce Barry having the brainbuster attempt scouted there. Double axe handle to the back. Jeffrey Hudson right back on the attack, forcing Bruce Barry to back away. Jeffrey Hudson constantly on the pursuit here. And it's Hudson with the figure 4 leg lock. His favorite maneuver locked in here against Bruce Barry, who quickly breaks away. The first figure 4 attempt of the match. How many will it take for Bruce Barry to crack? Pinning attempt here from Bruce.
5 minutes gone.
Just a 1 count. Jeffrey Hudson laying in these big shots against Bruce. Knife edge chop. You see Jeffrey Hudson reeling from that one. Targeting the knee. Repositioning. Could he be looking for the Ruby lock here? No. Not quite enough damage inflicted yet. Perhaps according to Bruce Barry. Both men trying to get these strikes in. Avoidances on both sides. Kitchen sink, though, now landing for the Ruby. Going to the top rope. Diving. It looked like just a diving fist drop there. Across the back of Hudson, who earns a rope break, says Lenny Spencer. Knife edge chop again from Barry, laying those in deep here. And a tremendous headbutt. What an answer from Hudson, trying the figure 4 once more here. Barry close to the ropes. Able to get out instead. Jeffrey Hudson coming close here on a couple of occasions. What a victory it would be for the young competitor. Side headlock control. Can Hudson continue this momentum? Traps the arm there. Dropping down for the standing guillotine leg drop. Creative offense out of Hudson, but it's Bruce Barry firing right back. Chop block connects. Hudson back to his feet quickly, trying to avoid the Ruby lock. We know Barry prefers the chop block right before. Standing guillotine leg drop again from Hudson. The young man pulling it all out here against the legend. Trying to maintain this momentum. Standing guillotine again. Could he be playing with his food here? More damage to the leg. Softening up for another attempt at the figure 4. Barry sends him to the ropes. What an arm drag takedown from Bruce Barry.
10 minutes gone.
Rear chin lock being applied by the legend Jeffrey Hudson. Looking to be in lots of pain here. Able to break away. Dragon screw takedown. Hudson back on the offensive. Pinning predicament for Hudson. Rope break again, signaled by Lenny Spencer. It's those kind of mistakes that you look back on watching the replays. Bad ring positioning, a squandered opportunity for Hudson. Bruce Berry quickly back into the ring, Irish whip. Arm drag takedown again. Schoolboy. Could be all. No, Jeffrey Hudson. Recognizing the situation, able to continue. What a spine buster there off the Irish whip, looking for a pin of his own. Could this be it for Hudson? No. Rake to the eyes there. Bruce Berry getting needlessly rough late in this matchup. What had been a pretty genuine competition thus far, tainted by the dirty tactics of Bruce Berry. Chop block again. Jeffrey Hudson could be in trouble here. No. Able to quickly rise and again avoid what could have been a Ruby lock attempt from Bruce Berry. Tremendous clothesline from Hudson, and this could be one of his finest performances yet. Poison Rana. Hudson going deep in his bag here against Bruce Berry. Beautiful missile drop kick off the top rope. Berry could be in trouble, but Hudson needs to close. He needs to put it away, and he's looking to do it now. Figure four, cinched in. Could this do it? So much damage, but no. Bruce Berry able to roll over. And now Hudson fighting for corner control. Bruce Berry seemingly giving up here, backing away, but no, it's a drop kick. Berry had us all fooled on that one. Knife edge chop, knees across the face. It could be that Bruce Berry is too afraid. No, the Ruby lock. The Ruby lock cinched in. No, could this be it? It's over. Bruce Berry with the Ruby lock. Picking up a win here against Jeffrey Hudson, who had fought so hard up until that point. But Bruce Berry showing off his in-ring prowess, no doubt. Jeffrey Hudson had it in the bag as far as I'm concerned, folks. Bruce Berry perhaps not believing he can win without resorting to tactics, as you saw there toward the end of the match. But here we are with another notch in the win column for Bruce Berry. Heartbreaker for Jeffrey Hudson. To be sure, folks, we've got to take a short break. More action when we come back. Don't go anywhere. Folks, we are back and we are ready for tag team action in the women's division. It is Squad Life taking on Troubletown. This is set to be a very aggressive affair for sure. Troubletown, former champions, incredibly formidable competitors in their own right. Squad Life, while earning some impressive victories of their own, have kind of floundered around the middle ranks of the women's tag division. We'll see if they can change that conversation tonight at Super Spirit Live.
Making their way to the ring, the team of Samina Velvon and Mariah Hamilton, Squad Life.
Earning a victory over Troubletown would probably be their biggest thus far. We'll see if they can complete that mission tonight. Troubletown now making their way to the ring.
And their opponents, the team of Priscilla Frost and Nora Nunez, Troubletown.
A team that foolishly, in hindsight, gave up their rematch clause against then champions Diamond Deluxe, floundering that opportunity.
Fight.
Samina Velvon starting things off with a standing switch, leading to a backdrop here against Priscilla Frost. Frost with the spinning drop toe hold. It was indeed Troubletown who, out of arrogance, gave up their rematch clause in an attempt to earn the Fury bands back from Diamond Deluxe. Of course, Diamond Deluxe no longer your champions. Linda Kruger and Jacqueline Frazier, via a triple threat victory from Kruger, able to steal that slot and become your current champions. Quite a story here, one of our most surprising in 2020. And it is breaking down here in this tag team matchup. Samina Velvon on the outside contending with both members. Mariah Hamilton now trying to get involved, fighting off both members of Troubletown.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Both members of Squad Life rolling into the ring. Nora Nunez giving chase. Frost, you see, trying to recoup on the outside there. Knees across the back of Velvon from Nora Nunez. Cross leg breaker being applied after rolling through. Mariah Hamilton getting involved. Rear chin lock in position. Snap suplex from Velvon, using this opportunity to make a tag. Mariah Hamilton now seeing her first legal action of the matchup. Nora Nunez breaking down the defenses of Velvon, but it's Mariah Hamilton waiting with the running bulldog. Rear chin lock in place. Great positioning. Favorable corner. Nora Nunez, though, breaking away. Wisely making a tag to Priscilla Frost. Big knee there from Nunez. Mariah Hamilton trying to avoid the strikes, running into a suplex from Frost. Powerbomb counter there, leading to a pinning predicament, but a break signaled by the official, and now these two women laying in big strikes. Mariah Hamilton recognizing the situation, countering with an elbow. Favorable position as well, and now Velvon, the legal competitor, although a collision, sending Frost to the mat, allowing for a senton. Mariah Hamilton taking advantage, at least, of the slight miscalculation. Velvon with another snap suplex, keeping Frost in good position. Tremendous lariat, and Priscilla Frost is in trouble here. Tag made for Squad Life, but Priscilla Frost using that distraction, that split second, to break away to make a tag of her own. Hamilton to the ropes now. Drop kick against Frost. Both legal competitors now turning their gaze to one another, and it's Nora Nunez in control of the arm. Looking for a pin off the Hurricane Rana. Nora Nunez quickly breaking away from that situation. Axe kick. Mariah Hamilton laying in a couple stiff chops there. Basement drop kick, taking out the legs of Nunez. Nagata lock being applied here. Big elbows for Mariah Hamilton. Not wise to go for MMA-style offense against Nora Nunez, who, of course, as many of our viewers know, has an MMA background. What a maneuver there, though. Flapjack cutter combination there from Squad Life. But Nora Nunez right back in control. Unfazed seemingly by the offense there. To the top rope now is Nunez. Senton from the top. Axe kick again connecting for Nunez. Tag made to Frost. It seems Mariah Hamilton will look to do the same. Samina Velvon in for Squad Life. Bear hug now for Velvon. The two largest, most powerful competitors in this matchup now in the ring together. Frost sending Velvon to the ropes. Knife edge chop sending Velvon flying. You see the momentum there. And now it's Frost finally gaining some corner control for Troubletown.
10 minutes gone.
It has been a rare situation throughout this matchup. Velvon firing in that kick from the ground. Spinning drop toe hold. What a maneuver there from Priscilla Frost. Wrenching the neck down and then a poke to the eyes. Tremendous kick there from Priscilla Frost, sending Velvon down to the mat. Fall away slam, Velvon sending Priscilla Frost flying across the ring there. Samina Velvon making the tag. Tag team maneuver here. Nora Nunes sent to the ropes. Mariah Hamilton looking to follow up, but instead, a collision in favor of Nunes, seemingly, who now goes to the top rope, diving cross-body, bad ring presence there out of Nunes. Samina Velvon easily able to get there. Nagata lock again. Samina Velvon returning to the apron. Mariah Hamilton now trying to win this striking exchange against Nora Nunes. Rolling chop for Nunes, looking to go to the top rope. Diving body splash. Stiff chop from Frost. And a soul butt kick, jumping soul butt kick from Mariah Hamilton. A lot of athleticism on display from both sides of the ring here. Spinning drop toe hold from Frost. Mariah Hamilton, though, in control of Nunes. Spinning drop toe hold again. Frost so quick with that. And again, slamming Samina Velvon face first into the mat by her neck. Spear from Frost. Poke to the eyes. Belly to belly slam. Frost trying to mount some offense here. Tremendous elbows there from Velvon. Rolling chop from Priscilla Frost. And again, spinning drop toe hold. Fast on her feet. Incredible power. Inverted figure four now, and that's it. The inverted figure four picking up the win for Priscilla Frost and Nora Nunes in this match here against Squad Life. Mariah Hamilton and Samina Velvon really put it all on the line there, but Troubletown just too powerful, too dominant in the tag division. Folks, we got to take another short break. When we come back, it will be a match in the junior division. Raptor Lima taking on Adrian Bell. What a match this is set to be, folks. You won't want to miss it. Short break incoming. Don't go anywhere. All right, folks, we're back and we're ready for junior division action here. Raptor Lima set to take on Adrian Bell, I believe for the first time in Super Spirit Wrestling. Can Raptor Lima outdo Adrian Bell, who has looked to be so impressive in the junior division?
Making his way to the ring, Raptor Lima.
Raptor Lima, a fan favorite, no doubt, in Super Spirit Wrestling, although no fans to feed him energy here tonight. How will it affect him here against Adrian Bell? Adrian Bell so wrapped up in himself, I doubt he cares at all if there are fans here.
And his opponent, Adrian Bell.
No shortage of confidence in Adrian Bell. And I'll tell you this, though, he can back it up. Adrian Bell, since his debut, one of the more dominant athletes in the junior division. How will Raptor Lima shape up here tonight against Adrian Bell and the Bell Ringer? One of the deadliest finishers to emerge in Super Spirit Wrestling. Raptor Lima on the receiving end of the swinging neck breaker here. Early pin attempt for Bell. Kim Cadillo not even able to get in position. Raptor Lima saying this one's going to go deep, bud. Achilles hold here from Raptor Lima. Kick to the face from Bell. Achilles hold again here from Raptor Lima. Pinning predicament. Kim Cadillo again not even able to get down for that one count. DDT from Bell. Crumpling Raptor Lima into the mat. Lima once more to his feet. Romero special here, but Kim Cadillo signaling for the obvious rope break. Miscalculation there from Lima. You won't be able to afford many of those against a competitor like Adrian Bell. Jumping arm breaker for Adrian Bell, inflicting his unique brand of punishment, laying in the elbows now against Raptor Lima. Raptor Lima, unique pinning predicament here. Rope break signaled by Kim Cadillo. A little too much momentum carried through on that transition offense. DDT here from Lima. Rolling up, knees across the face, and that's the quick offense of Raptor Lima. He will need to focus on that approach here. Go with what he knows to do in Adrian Bell. Romero special here again. Raptor Lima not making the same mistake twice. Much further from the ropes this time, able to inflict some damage. Basement dropkick in the corner, taking out the legs of Raptor Lima. Irish whip. What a flip there. Turning Adrian Bell inside out in midair, but it's Bell answering right back with the forearm, but Lima back on the offensive. Russian leg sweep into ground octopus hold. Rope break signaled by Kim Cadillo. Fast sequence there out of these junior division competitors. Trying for a pin here, and another break signaled by the official. Jump up Rana, Raptor Lima now to the top rope. Velocity! Velocity in the corner! It's over! Raptor Lima! What a victory for Raptor Lima here over Adrian Bell. I'm not gonna lie, folks, I was one of the doubters. I didn't think Raptor Lima would be able to stop Adrian Bell, but what a victory for the young masked competitor here. Adrian Bell will no doubt have to go back to the drawing board on that one. Bell not a competitor that likes to lose, and Raptor Lima certainly made that possible here tonight, folks. What a victory, what a performance there from both of those junior division athletes. But we've got to move on now, folks. It is time. The first match in our double main event. It is challenger Piper Valentine taking on current champion Chie Hamasaki for the Destiny Band title. Can Piper Valentine, for the first time in her Super Spirit Wrestling career, earn the gold here against one of the most devastating athletes professional wrestling has ever seen?
Making her way to the ring, she is the challenger, Piper Valentine.
Piper Valentine as agitated as ever, but she will need to shift that focus into her performance here tonight against Chie Hamasaki if she hopes to gain that gold. Hamasaki, not an athlete you can play with if you're looking to secure a victory.
And her opponent, she is the Destiny Band champion, Chie Hamasaki.
Chie Hamasaki looking to retain here against Piper Valentine. What a match this should be, folks, here to start off our double main events here tonight at Super Spirit Live. The Destiny Band on the line. Senior official Norio Nakatomi on duty for this title match. Chie Hamasaki starting things off early with a slam, looking for the Irish whip, but it's Piper Valentine rallying with the knee. Standing switch, countered into a bulldog. A lot of counter wrestling showed off between these two competitors so early in this match. Hamasaki back on the offensive. Now Valentine. Running stomp across the back. Kick connecting for Valentine. Stick and move approach thus far. Deep arm drag takedown. Valentine looking focused here. Hamasaki to the ropes. Offense not connecting. Northern Lights suplex into the cross arm breaker. We've seen Valentine go to this a lot. She has secured victories with it, but not this time. Too early perhaps here against the Destiny Band champion. Now inflicting her own damage with that high angle Boston Crab. Piper Valentine looking to show signs of frustration. Not a route to victory. Hamasaki putting on the brakes. Piper Valentine trying the Irish whip again. This time the spin kick connecting. Hamasaki with that counter elbow, immediately following through with a tremendous lariat. Pile driver connecting for Hamasaki. Near the ropes here. One count. I'm expecting this match to go for a while here, folks. Both of these competitors in tip-top shape. You see Piper Valentine immediately eating that counter powerbomb and just rolling out of the pinning predicament, but now Chie Hamasaki with the spinning backdrop. Continuing her offense. Standing switch leading to another running bulldog. Piper Valentine recognizing that situation again. Stiff strikes on both sides. Chie Hamasaki still in control. Back body drop. Chie Hamasaki carrying through all of her weight there, and now those trademark stomps across the back of Piper Valentine looking for a pin here. Rope break signaled by Norio Nakatomi. And again, you see the signs of frustration out of Piper Valentine, transferred into that slap across the face of the champion. Valentine now to the top rope. Illegal maneuver here, but inflicting damage no less. Norio Nakatomi calling for the break. Piper Valentine getting creative here in this title matchup. Chie Hamasaki firing out of the corner. Bridges on the German suplex. Near fall. Tremendous uppercut there from Valentine, trying to shift the conversation of this Destiny Band title match. Could we see a new champion here tonight, folks? Standing switch. Bridges for the German again. Nakatomi in position. 2 count for Hamasaki. And this time, Valentine just sent flying over the ropes by the champion.
4.
Taking a brief moment to regain her senses before laying in some deep strikes, but it's Hamasaki with an elbow. Chie Hamasaki so hard to stop, and it's hard to maintain momentum. What a DDT there from the champion, but it's Valentine up immediately, looking unfazed here. Tremendous headbutt. Hamasaki now giving chase on the outside. Dragon sleeper.
3, 4,
Submissions are not relevant on the outside, but the damage being set in. Valentine being sent into the barricade now. Hamasaki getting rough here in this title match.
12, 13,
Reversal.
14, 15.
Count of 15. Valentine back in the ring. Chie back in at 16. It is worth noting that titles do change hands in the event of countouts in Super Spirit Wrestling. Standing shooting star press. Piper Valentine with an impressive sequence there, almost earning a championship. Trying this cross arm breaker again after the Northern Lights suplex. Chie Hamasaki still able to break away. And this title match will continue. Piper Valentine with a tremendous kick off the running offense. Hamasaki sending her to the ropes. Valentine outrunning Hamasaki, but still the collision in favor of the champion. Slap again. Hamasaki with the counter elbow. And this time an elbow to the back of Piper Valentine's head. Hamasaki now to the ropes. These lariats, most of them connecting in a big way for the champion. Running stomp followed up with the elbow drop. Piper Valentine, unique submission situation here. Chie Hamasaki using her strength to break away. Side headlock takedown. Piper Valentine transitioning into a submission approach here. Trying to find an angle that works to break down the defenses of Hamasaki. Could have been looking for another Northern Lights into cross arm breaker there, but Hamasaki had it scouted. Maybe going to the well one too many times is Piper Valentine. Trying the submission again. Inching slowly toward the ropes is Hamasaki. Able to create separation instead. One kick sending Valentine to the mat. And you got to wonder about the condition of Piper Valentine as this match goes on. Chie Hamasaki is used to this big fight feel. She's used to going the distance. Can Valentine match with her performance here tonight? And again, that cross arm breaker, but clearly I think Hamasaki there is in the ropes, and Norio Nakatomi had it scouted as well. Tree of Woe position for Hamasaki, brutalizing the midsection of Piper Valentine. Irish whip, tremendous lariat again for the champion. How many of those can Piper Valentine take? Looking to put it away here, powerbomb. Is this it? Near fall. Norio Nakatomi's hand centimeters from the mat there off that powerbomb attempt, and now the Dragon Sleeper. It's over. Chie Hamasaki with the Dragon Sleeper, retaining here tonight over Piper Valentine to continue as your undisputed Destiny Band champion. Piper Valentine put in a lot of work in that match, but the Dragon Sleeper, too much offense had been sustained up to that point. Piper Valentine forced to tap here. Norio Nakatomi giving the victory to Chie Hamasaki, still your Destiny Band champion. Heartbreaker for Piper Valentine fans out there for sure, but she will be back in title contention, I'm sure, no doubt in the coming months. A valid competitor here in the women's division. And Chie Hamasaki for tonight, still your Destiny Band champion. Folks, we're now moving on to our final match of the evening. The Spirit Band on the line as well. Douglas Daniels making use of his rematch clause against his former friend Hideo Kuba. No longer is RTY standing in Super Spirit Wrestling. Definitely ended as of tonight's events and the weeks leading up. Douglas Daniels now trying to earn that title back one more time against Hideo Kuba. Let's go to the ring for that matchup, folks. What a night it's been so far.
Making his way to the ring, he is the challenger. He calls himself the philanthropist, Douglas Daniels.
Douglas Daniels was able to win the title at Driving Clash, but then unexpectedly was thrown into a triple threat situation against Hideo Kuba and Greatheart. The odds not in the favor of Douglas Daniels in that scenario, and it was indeed Hideo Kuba that emerged victorious in that triple threat elimination title match.
And his opponent, he is the Spirit Band champion, the Fancy Genius, Hideo Kuba.
Hideo Kuba, one of the most unpredictable athletes in all of Super Spirit Wrestling, and he used that style to earn the belt you see around his waist now. Douglas Daniels, a much more straightforward athlete, but he is a studied practitioner of professional wrestling. You see him putting the brakes on that suplex attempt early here against Hideo Kuba. A lot of drama here, big fight feel, Spirit Band championship on the line. Whoever wins this match will come away the undisputed champion. Boston Crab following the slam. Douglas Daniels using a classic approach here. Test of strength early on between these two athletes. Hideo Kuba seemingly having the advantage, following through with that headbutt. Shoulder tackle from Douglas Daniels, looking good here against the champion. Both of these athletes know each other extremely well. Big slam from Kuba, sending Douglas Daniels to the mat. Trying for a pin here is the Fancy Genius. Douglas Daniels saying much too early for something like that, not allowing Burt Wiggins to get down for the count. Kicks off target for both athletes here. Douglas Daniels countering with the body blow, transitioning into another Boston Crab. Lariat off target, both of these men jockeying for position, and it's Douglas Daniels finding the DDT, sending Hideo Kuba to the mat. And a DDT this time out of Kuba. Both of these competitors very evenly matched. Poke to the eyes there from Kuba. Neither athlete afraid to get rough in their approach. I'm sure Burt Wiggins will let a lot go in this matchup, as he knows the approaches of both wrestlers. Basement drop kick from Hideo Kuba to the back of Douglas Daniels' head. This time Daniels trying for a suplex, but it's Hideo Kuba busting Douglas Daniels across the apron, sending him to the outside. Elbow landing for the Fancy Genius, looking to retain his championship against his former friend. RTY now in shambles as a result of the greed of all three men in the organization. Tilt-a-whirl slam there from Douglas Daniels. Hideo Kuba, though, able to fire in that kick to prevent more offense. Big slam from the Fancy Genius near the corner. Could he be looking for Twist of Genius? Not yet. Both of these men, although they have incredible grappling moves that they like to end matches with, they're also gifted from the top rope. A technique that many would not expect out of these two heavyweights. But the Twist of Genius for Hideo Kuba could spell the end, as could the Benefactor for Douglas Daniels. These men just as dangerous from the air as they are from the ground, and you see that now. Douglas Daniels with that sleeper hold. DDT again, spiking Hideo Kuba into the mat. Boston Crab. Could this sort of consistent offense be the philanthropist's path to championship gold once more? Bridges after that suplex, but a rope break signaled Hideo Kuba's feet clearly in the ropes there. And again, Douglas Daniels sent across the apron. Hideo Kuba giving chase this time on the outside. Daniels making him pay for it. Rake to the eyes. Hideo Kuba trying to maintain advantage. Mexican stretch here on the outside.
9, 10.
Count of 10 now.
11, 12.
Slam from Daniels.
14.
Rolls back into the ring. Hideo Kuba following suit. Looking for the Mexican stretch here again, once on the outside and now on the inside. Close to the ropes, but A maneuver like the Mexican stretch not giving a lot of opportunities for Douglas Daniels to find a rope break. Rear chin lock now for Daniels. And again, it's Hideo Kuba with that counter wrestling, sending Douglas Daniels to the outside once more. Daniels perhaps frustrated thus far, although he's able to avoid that kick. Again, both of these athletes knowing each other extremely well, finding it difficult to land offense at times. Daniels to the ropes now, lariat connecting against Kuba, not able to avoid that one. Diving shoulder tackle is scouted though. Now it's Kuba to the ropes, forearm to the back of the philanthropist's head. DDT from Kuba. Back and forth here in this heavyweight title contest. The second match of our double main event here tonight at Super Spirit Live. Of course, folks, next week we will be having Prestige, another major event here for our promotion in 2020. We'll hope you'll join us for that. That card will take shape in the coming days. We do know there will be a number one contenders match in the men's tag division between the Gambles and Paragon, looking for a shot against current champions Wondrous Bear. Douglas Daniels to the top rope, but it looked like Hideo Kuba was too fast on his feet. Daniels not wanting to risk it. Neck breaker, well executed by Daniels. Lariat again, Kuba just not able to shuffle away. Bridges on the German, could we have a new champion? No, Hideo Kuba able to get the shoulders up. Kuba going back to that DDT, keeping Daniels stunned, but it's Daniels, even in his fatigue, able to avoid that drop kick. Daniels looking slow now as this match goes deep. Pinning attempt here from the champion, just a 1 count. High angle slam, Douglas Daniels sending Kuba to the mat, but indeed he does look winded. Kuba momentarily dazed, but overall appearing to be more well-conditioned. Complete shot now for the champion. Looking for a pin here against Daniels. 1 count. And that says a lot here, folks, as we have gone deep in this contest. Still only 1 counts. Bridges for the German, and now the first 2 count of the match here for Hideo Kuba. Could it be a bad omen for the challenger? Fancy that! Fancy that! Connecting for the champion. Douglas Daniels in big trouble. 1, 2. No, the 2 count. Douglas Daniels kicking out quickly. Still a lot of time there before the 3, and that was fancy that. The champion's patented maneuver.
4.
Douglas Daniels, underhook suplex resulting in another rope break, sending Hideo Kuba too far. Kuba answering right back with a high impact maneuver to the neck and back of the challenger. 2. Douglas Daniels escaping a lot of pinfall situations here. To his credit, able to remain in the matchup, but he's got to get some offense going of his own. Tremendous drop kick there out of Kuba. Looking for an Irish whip, instead pulls through for that ripcord clothesline. Douglas Daniels taking a moment to celebrate, but it's not over yet. Hideo Kuba with the counter back body drop. Forearm again on the money for the Fancy Genius. Daniels going back to this pinning predicament here, but he's just not landing it the way I think he is, or way that he thinks he is. But it's Douglas Daniels now. He's got Hideo Kuba up. The tough love connecting in the corner. Could we see a new champion here? 1, 2. Hideo Kuba still in this matchup. Too much time there taken by Douglas Daniels. Hideo Kuba knocking Douglas Daniels further and further back. But Daniels immediately to his feet, meeting the champion with a rolling clothesline. Standing switch, bridges for a German of his own. Rope break signaled by the official. Busting out of the corner, this time the German in the right direction. Near fall for Hideo Kuba, as close as we've gotten in this title match. Ripcord clothesline again for the challenger. Standing drop kick off the mark. Hideo Kuba missing with a lot of these kicks, and you saw one interrupted there again by Douglas Daniels. Daniels has got to maintain focus. He is confident, for sure, but is it enough? Bridges for the German. So much classic wrestling scene out of these two competitors. Release German this time from Douglas Daniels. Not creating a pinning predicament, but instead choosing to inflict damage. And again, this underhook suplex just not working for Douglas Daniels. But it's now the Fancy Genius with Fancy That, dumping Douglas Daniels back onto the mat. 1, 2, no! Daniels kicking out of another Fancy That. And he looks exhausted, but he is still in this match. Tremendous spine buster from the Philanthropist. Pinning now, looking for gold. No! Spine buster, not enough to get it done. Trying this again. No rope break in sight. And it paid off! Douglas Daniels, this time finally trapping for that suplex in an effective manner, and he is your new Spirit Band champion, and he is undisputed, folks. No rematch clause in sight for either competitor in that matchup, so Douglas Daniels will move on to hold the flag for the heavyweight division here in Super Spirit Wrestling. What a night here we've had tonight, folks. I'm so happy you were able to be here with us for it. Douglas Daniels outdoing his former friend Hideo Kuba, and now sitting at the very top of the heavyweight division. Hideo Kuba will have to rejoin the ranks of the other heavyweight athletes to try to maintain a great position to earn another title shot in the future. But Douglas Daniels, folks, pulling it out here against Hideo Kuba. The tough love, not enough to get it done. Two Fancy That's not enough to get it done against Douglas Daniels, but a simple wrestling maneuver, that double arm suplex hold, finally securing it in a non-rope break situation. And Douglas Daniels walking away tonight, your new Spirit Band champion. Well, folks, we'll have to see how the fallout of this all takes shape next week at our major event, Prestige. Don't forget to join us next Friday for that event. Same time, same place as tonight. We will not have a Spirit Rising on Thursday. We will be devoting all of our attention and time to making Prestige a very, very great event for you all. In the meantime, for everyone here at Twitch.tv and Super Spirit Wrestling, I'm Shirt Donovan. Have a good night.